This is how you became a type 2 diabetic. It wasn't your fault. Let's go through the steps of what happened. That way you'll have the solution to reverse it. For many, many decades, the dietary guidelines told you to eat a lot of carbohydrates and eat frequently to keep you fueled because sugar is your primary fuel source. So that's what you did. Like your breads, cereals, pastas, oatmeal, 100% juices, pancakes. Every time you eat carbohydrates and you're eating them frequently, like you're told to do, you're spiking blood sugar. Every time you spike your blood sugar, you're also spiking insulin because insulin's job is to control your blood sugar. So over the years and decades, you've been spiking blood sugar and spiking insulin and then spiking blood sugar because we're eating all these high carbohydrate foods like we're supposed to and eating frequently. So over years and decades of doing this, you're chronically spiking blood sugar, which is chronically spiking insulin. Insulin controls your blood sugar by taking that sugar and putting it into cells for cellular energy. Over time of eating this way, many decades, these cells become resistant to insulin. At this point, when your cells stop responding to insulin, this is the point in time when you're probably increasing hunger, your cravings are increasing, you're becoming more fatigued because you're not getting sugar inside the cells. That is going to force you to start eating more, which is going to perpetuate this whole process. More cells that become more resistant to insulin, the more insulin you are going to produce because your blood sugars are not staying under control. So now you have increased insulin levels because of the increased blood sugar levels. Because of the increase in insulin trying to control your blood sugar, you can get low blood sugar or hypoglycemia. This is where you feel jittery, shaky, you don't feel good. When that happens, those same dietary guidelines are telling you to eat more carbs and sugar to raise your blood sugar. Now you ate the carbs to increase your blood sugar and you just started this whole process all over again. Gone through this process for many, many years, maybe decades, and the more cells are becoming more and more resistant to insulin, requiring more insulin to control your blood sugars. Now your blood sugars are staying elevated for a longer period of time. So these chronically high blood sugars are affecting your hemoglobin A1Cs because hemoglobin A1Cs are an average blood sugar of over 3 months. So you have high blood sugars for 3 months, putting you in this percentage of greater than or equal to 6.5%, making you type 2 diabetic. In turn, that is requiring you to be on medications to control your blood sugar. It's not fixing the root problem of your dietary intake of high carbohydrates. It's just putting a Band-Aid on it to try to control your blood sugar. Over time, you're going to need more and more medications or a higher dose of your medications. To really get to the root cause, you have the solution, and that is stop eating all the carbohydrates. Start eating foods that are not spiking insulin. Over time, your cells will become sensitive again to insulin. So the more strict you are with reducing your carbohydrates to stop spiking insulin, getting foods like healthy fats, proteins, fibrous vegetables, you're going to start reversing this process. So now you're going to start having stable blood sugars, which over time is going to reduce that A1C percentage and get you out of your type 2 diabetic range. Dietary changes is the #1 thing that is going to help you get your cells sensitive. Other things to start doing is moving more, learning how to resistance train, and make sure you're sleeping well and your stress is under control. If you need more help and more guidance, ask. I'm here to help you. You can also go through the link at the top of my page for resources, including my 21-day Keto Kickstart course, which is starting your ketogenic diet, which is going to keep insulin and blood sugars stable in a healthy and safe way.